The first time in the festival hall would have been as a member of the National Youth Orchestra. Robin O'Neill, our principal bassoon, was sitting next to me also for those concerts. We're playing the same music some of the time, sitting in the same chairs, probably really are the same chairs. It's the most wonderful thing to do every day, with playing wonderful music with marvelous colleagues. I mean, I've known some of them most of my life, and the standard is so high, technically and musically challenging, that to try to live up to what's going on around me is very exciting, just as exciting as it was at the start. Hi, Lyndon.
Hi, Mark.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Thanks very much for the invite down.
Great
pleasure.
That was
lovely.
Great pleasure. You enjoy that?
Yeah, fantastic.
Well, I suppose we met in two ways, and I can't remember which one was first. One was, of course, we met because I have played buffet instruments for virtually all of my playing life, but also we've met through the Royal Academy of Music because you very kindly sponsor.
And at Graham's, I think, was the first time, actually. I think I met you at Graham's repair shop, first.
Yes, so we probably met there before the Academy.
Yeah.
I think most players will have a favourite repairman. Some people learn to do it themselves, but those of us who either can't do that or don't want to do that, which is both in my case, you do need a very reliable repairman. And it has to be somebody like Graham who you get to know, you have a relationship. There's a tiny bit of tolerance between the instrument working and how I want it to feel.
Yeah.
And for me, Graham always gets that right.
The next station is Cheshire, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Mark. How are you doing?
Good to see you again.
And you?
Okay,
Yeah.
great. No particular problems. Possibly a small crack. I've been playing in a couple of very cold churches, and that seemed to...
Well, the Lord moves in mysterious ways.
How long have you been looking after my instruments?
A long time. Goes back to the Welsh days. Is that, I don't know, what's that, 30 years?
Welsh National Opera. Well, you were not in this shop, you were in a previous shop.
Yeah.
1984, 5.
So that makes it 40 years.
So it's 40 years.
Bloody hell.
It's 40 years.
Just going to run a bit of oil, get a bit of life back into the wood. I can still remember my first day at work. I did my apprenticeship with the Howarth brothers. The initial start to the interview was the old man would shake your hand. If your hand was clammy, end of, they didn't want you in the workshop because you rust the tools and rust the instruments, and that was the end of it. And I can still remember going up there, and he had a bassoon all in pieces on the bench, and I said to him, "Jim, how on earth do you know where they all go?" And he said to me, "You'll learn, son." I didn't actually get to work on an instrument for over a year. It's a very Dickensian affair. I used to make the fires, make the pads, pack the parcels, do all the horrible jobs. You learn everything thoroughly, and I look back on those days with affection. Mark's clarinet has cracked several times over the years. Oh, it's an old clarinet like Mark.
So these are buffet clarinets made by Buffet Crampon. In a year and 2 months, these instruments will be 50 years old, and I'll have been playing on them continuously, professionally, for the whole of that 50 years. I don't know anybody who plays instruments at top professional level which they've been playing on for this long. Do you, Graham?
No, you're the exception.
I mean, what would most of my professional colleagues that come to you, how long would it be before they say, I'm going to change instrument?
10 years at the most.
Okay, so coming up to 50 is a lot.
I'm happy with that. Do you want to just give it a quick puff, see how she's going?
Sure, okay,
I've
thank you.
changed several pads on the top
Thank you.
joint.
I'll give you the B flat. You see, I've immediately gone for my little solo from Verdi's Otello. You can hear that B's not coming out? Yeah. You see, if I play the B with that right-hand fingering, I mean, I'm just tickling it. I'm hardly putting it down. But this side, so that's coming back to you.
No, no problem.
I'll just continue the tests. The miracle of playing with a great orchestra is that it is on the ice. There is that constant 1% wonder, is everything working well? I've come to Graham with a pair of instruments which are already working well, but I come every 6 months to see him anyway. It's just a question of making it as unlikely as possible that anything can go wrong. I trust him more than anybody else to set these up, that if something goes wrong, it'll be me. The great flautist, Sir James Galway, said that playing legato on a flute should be like stroking a cat. And the feeling of playing is probably as light as that. The job of getting the instrument set up so beautifully that I can just play that lightly without thinking about it requires a real level of skill. And Graham can make the instrument feel right for me. He knows exactly what's required. He's a wonderful repairman, so that's why I keep coming back.
I see people that are just kids just starting out on their journey and young adults, right through to musicians like Mark. And I pride myself giving everyone the same treatment. I always give my best to everybody. Not everybody deserves it, but they all get it. So no, I really care what I do, which is why I guess people always come back.
The unusual length of time that these instruments have been working, I think it is a tribute to this model of instrument, the Buffet R13, beautifully looked after by Graham, with myself hopefully making my contribution. These three things just seem to work together to make the performances that I want, to make the sound that I want.
We go to so many concerts and there's generally someone in the orchestra that I've done work for, and that's lovely. That gentleman that came this morning with his clarinets that needed quite a lot of work, and I give him a bit of a discount as well as I do for all the youngsters coming along. They give us an awful lot of pleasure, and that's the least I can do.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
As ever.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
So, as we say to the dentist, I'll see you in 6 months. I hope not before.
Well, I'll see you when I get my new glasses.